Welcome to the Mr. Genuine Podcast. My name is Raul. Thank you for being here. The reason why you saw my eyes darting away from you, the screen recording and the laptop recording, is because I live stream on TikTok and YouTube. TikTok on my phone and YouTube on my iPad. I love my iPad. I have the Apple Pen. I think it's so cool. I barely use it. I need to use it. Also, it's been 7 days since my last podcast. It's been 7 days since I recorded an episode for the show. And my goal last year, and my goal when making this episode, when making the episodes, and when making the podcast show, when making the Mr. Genuine show happen, I want to make an episode every week. And I was thinking to myself, well, I could just say forget it. I don't want to keep going. I could even say, no, I don't want to make any more content. But it felt right. Plus, I have the support from my home, my family, and the support from myself and God, of course. And so here we are. This is the show. This is what I do. This is my thing. This is just you record, get in front of the camera, make some content, say something. Hopefully, it's positive, and that's it. Whatever happens, happens. I mentioned I'm going to go ahead and get sponsored by Head and Shoulders because look at this hair. I'm going to keep growing it out, but gosh. There's nothing really like a good working shampoo. I mean, of course, there are other anti-dandruff shampoos out there, but since I was a kid and since I can remember, I've been using Head and Shoulders. But anyways, it doesn't matter. Does it even matter? Right? There's been so many things happening this month. Also, on a sadder note, of course, the things that have happened here in San Diego. I am based here in San Diego. Currently, I have this studio headquarters in San Diego. And if you guys don't see the news, you probably have a phone like a normal person, and you're watching what happens. Things are happening right now that are so sad and so terrible, but do not allow these things to stop you and stop your mind from conquering and basically being a leader to yourself. If you're able to lead yourself and lead people to the right life, you're going to go to heaven. I'm telling you straight up, you're going to heaven, and if you're going straight to hell, promise you, by just correcting it, being better, improving every day. And of course, what's the word? Find a remedy? No, fixing the problems. If you can fix your problems. Well, yeah, I definitely will do some ASMR pretty soon. By the way, so yes, lead yourself. Yesterday I was watching this whole hour-long video of Napoleon. Not Napoleon, but Napoleon is also cool too. Fun fact: my girlfriend and Napoleon Bonaparte have the same birthday. That's crazy. Fun fact. Anyways, so Alexander the Great, that's who I was watching and learning about. Alexander the Great always took the front lines, never really stood behind and let the other people do things. Hey, you do this, you do that. Pointing directions. No, you have to be in the front lines. And there are people out there that risk their life to make sure other people are safe. This weekend, by the way, Memorial Day weekend, it's going to be a good one. Celebrate. Please enjoy yourselves. Enjoy your family. Enjoy the festivities. But keep remembering that there are people out there that deliberately go out of their way, that deliberately waste their life protecting others, waste their life being in front of enemy lines, being in front of flying bullets. So let's be grateful for those people, because just as easily as it is to think about the people that do horrible things, it's so easy to forget about all the amazing people in the world, the amazing people that are trying to find the truth and to disprove all the false lies and all the fake news that's out there. And here I am. I'm just yapping on my podcast. I'm able to do this because of all the people that have worked hard. Of course, my family, the immigrants that have traveled many miles, the people that were backstabbed, the people that did the backstabbing. All these people had to do the things they did for me to be here right now. And I tried my best to explain that as best as I can to you guys, the people watching the show, to you, the viewer, the person that's actually the most important person in this moment, because I can, and I'm so blessed, and I know you guys are blessed. If you're somebody who watches my content, I know for a fact you're blessed in some area, in some realm of this world. So thank you. Plus, you have the internet. If you have the internet, you can learn anything you want. But enough about that. San Diego is a beautiful city, and please just keep it safe. Be safe out there, guys. Be very safe. Watch your surroundings, and sometimes I forget to look around too, especially when I'm lacking sleep. This last weekend, I had an awesome show over in Rancho Santa Fe at the Goalie. Phenomenal show. the bad thing about it was that I just didn't give it more energy because I just didn't have that much more energy to give. I actually stayed up the whole night prior, so that's on me. I'm not going to blame anybody else. I can't blame anybody else but myself. And it was a fun night. And this weekend's coming up. Tonight is coming up. Tomorrow's coming up. But right now, the present is what matters. I'm here in this present moment. I'm super blessed. I'm going to yap for about 5 more minutes at most, because I want to share this actually in my hand. If you guys know what this is, does anybody know what this is, by the way? I kind of want to go on a little rant about this, and then that'll be the show. I was going to call this show, by the way, this is episode 110. I was going to call the episode 110, or I was going to call it something like, I had something in mind. So I was going to call it, I forget what I was going to call this episode, because the title I'm going to give it, which is, God damn it, guys. Why is, you know what? I know what's wrong. I need water. So I'm going to go ahead and drink a bottle of water. Plastic bottle. Don't cancel me. Let me drink water. Let me drink water on the podcast. Let me record this. Let me record myself drinking water, leading and showing us through my actions. I was going to talk about Alexander the Great a little bit. I might have called it like leading or something. Lead the field. But then the new name for the show, for this episode, it's going to be Options. Options. All capital. Capital O, capital P, capital T, capital I, capital O, capital N, capital S. Options. You can write in so many languages. You can write in cursive. You can write in Spanish. What up, Morena? Good to see you. Hola, hola. You can speak in Spanish. My friend reminded me of the fact that I can speak in English and Spanish. I love you guys. I miss you guys. Hope you're doing well. Saludos. Saludos al viejo, al hombre viejo, al pescadero. And yeah, so back to the show. I'm streaming right now. I'm doing a podcast. And the episode's going to be called Options. 110 episodes later, I'm here. And it's all due to the fact that I am the best. I'm the best person on planet Earth. I'm the best human being ever. I'm the best host ever. Obviously, there are extreme claims. Saludos. But it's important to say these things, because if I don't lead myself, if I don't tell myself that I'm the best, gracias, Morena, gracias. Saludos. If I don't say these things out loud, if I don't tell myself that I am handsome, I'm strong, I'm capable, I'm intelligent, I'm charismatic, I'm him, right? If I don't say these things out loud, my nervous system, my brain, my ears, my body, my skin, the vibrations that come out of my body, my voice into the universe, they won't be felt. I won't be able to feel them. And of course, once you have an idea, once you have a thought that turns into an emotion, that emotion turns into an action, that action turns into consequences, and consequences can be positive, can be awesome. And of course, if the consequences are all planned out and deliberate, bonus for you guys, bonus. And here I am. I'm currently suffering and dealing with the consequences of my actions. The consequence of me posting every week, not every day. I haven't been posting every day. I've actually been going through the normal stages of life, pleasure, grief, sadness, happiness, all the things that come with being able to move, being able to express. And here I am. I'm so glad that I have an awesome audience. I have the best audience. I have the best fans. I have the best friends. I have the best family. I have the best neighbors. I can say these things comfortably and confidently because I put the time in, I put the effort in. Now, the actual thing I wanted to talk about is this, and I'm gonna end with this, by the way. Check this out. This is my iPod Nano. This is my iPod, and I'm gonna go ahead and play some Flappy Birds. No. Oh, actually, not tiny. Oh, shoot. Actually, these are the games. These are the games right now on my iPod. This is what kept me alive and kept me going, entertainment-wise, I guess. I'm going to play Flappy Bird. If nobody knows what Flappy Bird is, some of you guys might not. Some of you guys might have been born several years after Flappy Bird was, released. The owner of Flappy Bird actually deleted it because the impact that the money and the fame and the attention he received from making an awesome, very, very famous app was that he just didn't like it. He didn't like the fact that he was constantly being, bombarded with the new problems of making money. But yeah, you hear that? You see that? And you go beyond the app and you go beyond the software, and you see there's a device. That device is plugged into some power source, and of course we can thank Apple for that. Mr. Jobs and the genius behind him and his team. Obviously, there's no real point in doing something great if it's just you and you can't really share the joy of it. Of course, if you do something great and it helps out other people and it's just you, that's amazing. That's also wonderful. A rare occasion where it's actually super beneficial for all parties. But I show you guys my iPod because that thing has been alive and with me for several years, since 10 plus years. And if you're able to do things for a long time, for longer than 5 years, maybe even 5 months, right? Some people can't even do something consistently for 30 days. I'm a victim. I do the same thing. Sometimes I can't stay disciplined, but I've been breathing for my whole life. I've been thinking my whole life. I've been sweating my whole life. I've been growing hair my whole life. So there are some things that I can be consistent with. Now, some things are just not really conscious. And the people that do great things, they're in the present moment and they're thinking about the future. Steve Jobs especially. And again, shout out to Steve Jobs. Shout out to all the people that actually have the courage to be different, right? That's the main slogan. But yeah, Steve Jobs had this dream to make computers accessible to everybody, make them available to everybody. And I have a Mac, and I'm using my Mac to record the episode. So thank you to the team and everybody. And of course, you got to thank the creators. You got to thank the people that have actually used the product. You have to thank the customers. You have to thank the people that are next in line to use what you're doing and making. I'm a musician and I make music, and I want to make music that millions of people listen to it. But I find pleasure and joy if my friends listen to my music and they like it, of course. If they don't like it, they'll tell me. But I find pleasure in if I just listen to the music. If I make something that I like, if I make music that I like, which, by the way, after making this episode, after getting off the podcast, I'm going to open up the windows and turn on the fans because it's warm here in my room. But I'm going to make some music. I'm going to record and just have some fun. Bring out my guitar and make something for me. Make something that I like, that I hope to share with you guys, and I hope that you guys like. And of course, there are people out there that just won't like a positive thing. There are people out there that are just so angry and just don't have the ability to open and see their eyes and look around with eyes wide open. They can't see the world with eyes wide open. Pardon me for looking at you guys super scary, but there are creators out there that are constantly, hey, yo, whoa, 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 right? For the thumbnail and all that stuff. But I'm chilling. I do my best to come across as a positive, genuine human being when I'm doing the podcast, when I'm streaming, but I go through the same emotions as anybody else. I feel anger, I feel pain, I feel sorrow, I feel sadness. And I do try my best to mask all those emotions when I'm making these podcast episodes by making them happy and positive. But that's going out the window. I'm not going to pretend and be somebody that I'm not. So if I come across as an asshole, it's because I am an asshole, guys. I'm a jerk. I'm a jerk out in real life. But I deliberately do my best to make sure I do the positive thing. I do what Jesus Christ wants me to do and smile and accept my enemies and accept my neighbors, love my neighbors like I love myself, treat others the way I need them to treat me, with respect. And it boils down to that. If you respect yourself long enough, if you respect yourself and say what needs to be said, say what you want to say it with your chest, say it with belief that no matter what happens, I did it because I had God on my side. I'm going to end it with that, guys. Alexander the Great, you and me, we're all the same. We're human beings. But it's just a matter of being able to decide right then and there in that moment, am I going to lead? Am I going to be the person that's fearless and protect those and guide those and bring people up? Glorify them? You're the best fan ever. You watching this show right now, watching my episode, watching 110, episode 110, you're the best. If it wasn't for people like you, I wouldn't be doing this. I wouldn't be making content. I wouldn't be enjoying the content creation process. Don't get me wrong. I know you've seen some of my content. Some of it is trash. Some of my content is just brain rot. Some of my songs are trash. And that's how you get better. by making things that are not good. And of course, over time, eliminating the processes and steps and components that made it bad and replace it or just completely eliminate it and make something great with what you have. You guys are the best. I love you guys. I have to go ahead and open up my windows, turn on the fans because it's nice and warm in here. But the time right now is 8:09 p.m. here in San Diego, California. A beautiful sunny day and a beautiful cold, fresh night. I cannot wait to be back on the show. I'm going to do my best to be back before 7 days. But if it comes around 7 days later, you'll see a show. You'll see me. Unless something happens. Something unforeseen happens, like I buy the AI software that just makes all of you guys my puppets. And I'll be the puppeteer playing the role of God. Anyways, guys, I'm out of here. I'm out of here, guys. I love you guys. I'm just rambling now. Thank you for watching. My name is Raul, and I'll see you in the next episode. Bye. Bye-bye.